Hello there, I'm AJStumbles, and welcome to episode 2 of my Minecraft survival series. As you can see, I've done a little bit around the house since the last episode, so let's recap. You may be wondering why my house looks a little different. Well, I went to record a couple weeks ago, and when I logged into my world, everything was gone, save for my armor and my inventory. And my horse. My house, the contents therein, my farms, my mine I hadn't even shown you guys yet, poof. So I threw a pity party of 1 for a few days and then angrily speed ran redoing my little starter house, but make it 2.0. That's right, we've got a 3rd floor for, I don't know what yet. So I redid my house and got moved in and successfully avoided a chest monster for now. I planted a couple of big spruce trees, and they look like that. Thank you, Minecraft. Very cool. I know. Those will be replaced by some custom trees later on in the next episode. I have a lot on my to-do list, but all of those things require multiple resources I don't have yet. But the mine I dug after my last episode is gone too. I'm so happy about that. So today we're going to ignore the resources, ignore the missing mine, and get started on another project. One thing I'd like to focus on early in this series is upgrading my gear so I can better avoid death. It's going to be a necessity once I start gathering resources and begin building taller structures. So the first step we're going to take towards better gear is more of a lateral step toward more plentiful gear that we already have, and we're going to build an iron farm. Okay, so we're going to need 296 light gray concrete powder. So let's knock that out first. Okay. Oh, it's so cute. I love you. You're so cute. A stupid amount of shovels. Okay, where the heck is that? Every time. Okay, I got this. That is over here. Over here. Well, that's a ways away. So anyway, I set off on my horse to go find the materials to make concrete powder. First up was gravel, and I grabbed some copper while I was there. Oh my god, let me sleep. I don't want to die. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. Finally. And then I grabbed some more gravel. Doggy! Yeah, look at you. More like the back of my horse's head. But hey, we saw it. And then I grabbed some sand and headed home. Looking through my list, I saw I need a bit of stone, so I decided to redig my mine that was no more. And down I went. I came across a chunk of andesite, so I mined that out to cross it off the list. Found a lucky diamond. And some not so lucky silverfish. I cannot remember the last time I actually came across silverfish in survival. I had honestly forgotten about them and was not exactly enthused to be reminded of their existence. I dug out a little hallway to set myself up with a spare chest. Made myself a crafting table. And then a furnace, because it pays to be prepared. Part of my build includes some copper grates, so I set myself up with a quick little smelter so the copper can get to smelting while I went inside to craft other blocks I would need for the exterior of the iron farm. And then I did just that. I checked on my copper smelting and then grabbed some to start making copper grates. Quite a few of the copper grates I need must be completely weathered, so I laid out a copper field for max weathering speed. You'll notice I got bored of crafting, so I decided to make myself some shears and get myself some honeycomb. Part of the copper grates in this build will need to be waxed to prevent further weathering, and I need honeycomb to do that. To make this easier, I crafted some beehives to move my honeycomb farm a bit closer. I initially wanted to build the honey farm in a basement under the house because I wasn't prepared to build a cute greenhouse for my bee friends yet, so I dug out a basement. I got bored of digging, so I went fishing instead. Something so calming about listening to a podcast and fishing away a few hours. Gosh, a mending book sure would be nice. Psst. I changed my skin. It's still me, but I like this one better. Moving on. At this point, I have the platform of the iron farm built, and it was time to relocate a few villagers from the nearby village to their new home of perpetual fear. How fitting, it's October. This guy was not going to be convinced to get into the minecart. He was quite rude about his kidnapping. But I finally got him in and sent him onwards and upwards to his new home with his two other friends. Except he didn't want to stay in his home. Then it was the zombie's turn, and he was a bit more interested in following me than the villager was. But then he hit me, and I'm just not going to tolerate that sort of tomfoolery. So off he went. All right, so let's talk about this iron farm that we got done now that it is done. I'll pop in a face cam here. Ooh, my lovely face. As you can hear, it's working. So we've got 3 villagers here with beds. We've got a zombie in a minecart. He can keep it. You know, it's fine. I don't need it that bad. It's fine. And then we've got our little spawn platform here that has the water in the corners that will push the iron golems into the lava where they meet an untimely death and fall into the hoppers and then become iron and poppies. Because who doesn't love red flowers, right? Can you die a little quieter, please? Yeah, it's already working. So with that done, let's go ahead and get the silo around it built so we don't have to look at that. I'm a little ashamed of it. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad killing the golems. Feels bad, man. But you know, sometimes you gotta do things that you don't want to do. That's just life. Well, since we've gathered all of our materials, let's hop into a time lapse and get the silo built. Let's take a look. I took a lot of inspiration from B-dubs on this build, but I couldn't possibly improve upon perfection. There were 3 things I wanted to accomplish with this silo. I wanted to keep it simple, I wanted to utilize the new tuff and copper blocks, and I wanted to use a gray color palette. I grew up traveling along country roads here in the Midwest and spent a lot of time looking at the gray corrugated metal silos that speckle the countryside in all shapes and sizes. I wanted something that could stand on its own or with a few friends because this is far from the only farm I'll need. So you see, I got all this built and it's wonderful. Very nice. But my villagers won't sleep. So I'm gonna need to rig up some daylight sensors and pistons and blocks so I can trigger some blocks to block the villager line of sight to the zombies, and then like at night. So when it's nighttime, the daylight sensor will trigger redstone and a piston and then block the line of sight from the villagers to the zombie, and then they'll sleep, right? But unfortunately, that means I have to go to the Nether. But that is going to have to wait until the next episode. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see how many times I die in the Nether next episode. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. In order to build this iron farm, I guess I need to check out N B M crap. I have to change my dang keybinds again. That's not where my keybinds are. They are in the controls. That is where they are. I don't remember where that stupid thing is. Because I haven't played Minecraft in a month. Because I hate it when my stuff gets lost. And I have to do everything over again. We're gonna say that's him. Done. Okay. Please. Praise the Lord.